to point out a couple of things. When it comes to the question of constitutional challenge, the center of the argument is the state's interest. The state has an interest in protecting the people against harm. They have an interest in allowing consumers to manage their own risk, because there is a demonstrated risk. The scientific studies of laboratory animals talking about all of the harm to organs and blood and other things, that's enough demonstration that we should be conducting long-term studies of people. And unfortunately, those studies today are going on as an uncontrolled experiment with no control. We don't know how many of the rising incidents of various health issues in the general population of this country are caused by this or not caused by this. Those studies need to be done. There are certainly good reasons to believe there are health risks to people too, not just laboratory animals. And so the lack of labeling, the inherent deception of foods appearing to be the same as non-GMO ones that don't present that risk, and yet not knowing, that's where the state's interest comes in to require labeling so that people can know or can manage that risk for themselves. And I have to tell you that although the non-GMO labeling has been part of Maine law for quite some time, that has not achieved the end necessary to protect the interests of people, because very, very little food is labeled. In fact, I've only once stumbled across some in the store that actually says non-GMO. Now, maybe I'm going to the wrong stores, but I suspect going around various parts of my district in rural Maine and seeing the choices available for food and not knowing, that's the same situation that most Mainers find themselves in. We owe it to them to help them manage that risk for themselves, make the decision, good Senator Boyle pointed out, for themselves. Let's get this done.
Chair recognizes the Senator from Aroostook, Senator